And now for the one more thing you've all been waiting for. Prepare for the most comprehensive deep dive we've ever done for the biggest game we've ever built. So sit tight and enjoy Starfield Direct.
Jure, ils vont rentrer dans le jeu en... Ça, j'aime bien, ça. Voir quelqu'un rentrer dans le jeu, jouer, expliquer, montrer... Je suis dedans. Quoi? Mon immersion!
Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining us today, and welcome to Bethesda Game Studios. You know, we've been so lucky over the decades to make the kind of games that we love here, and that's thanks to all of you, from the Elder Scrolls to Fallout. We love creating these worlds and playing in them just as much as you do. And throughout all that time, we'd often talk about and dream up the space game. What if we could take that feeling of being who you want to be and exploring a new world, but set it in space, where you weren't really limited in where you could go or what you could do? And that is Starfield. Obviously, we've come a long way since then with the games we've built, our technology, and all of us here in the studio. We've done so much together, but, well, we've never tried to make a game like this. Today, you'll get to hear from many on the team and see so much of what we think makes our game special. So, let's jump in and take a look.
J'ai du gameplay, mon gars.
Starfield is our first new universe in over 25 years. But it's still a Bethesda RPG through and through, where you step into a new world and you get that feeling of unlimited possibilities. But this time, it's not just one world. It's over 1,000 worlds. Because the choice of where to go, it's not ours, it's yours. And it wasn't until now that we had the technology to create it. From the rocks at your feet, to the mountains in the distance, to the people and creatures that live in these worlds. That isn't just a backdrop. That moon is actually there orbiting the planet. Yes, you can visit it too. We realistically simulate the galaxy around you. Our next-generation lighting model uses real-time global illumination to light the world based on the type of star and the makeup of the planet's atmosphere.
Il me hype un peu là.
We also have an all-new animation system. And of course, you can play it in third person, and you can play it in first person. We love exploration and rewarding it, but you do explore differently in this game given its scale. That usually involves exploring an area you've landed in. You can collect resources.
Un jeu gros comme ça, c'est sûr qu'il est vide, non?
Do a mission,
ça va faire partie du
maybe
charme.
even stumble upon something unexpected.
Ouais, son tueur dessus gratuit, comme as. Il a la P90. Il y a un sable laser ou pas?
We do love stuff and all of the items allowing you to pick everything up. And you can view all
tu peux
that
tout prendre.
in your data menu. This is the hub for everything you're doing, from your skills to your
Il sort quand déjà le jeu?
and your inventory. We love to pack a ton of detail in every object, From all of your weapons, to spacesuits, to food. We just obsess over the details. And food. We obsess over food.
Je coupe pas le stream tant que j'ai pas fini Starfield.
You can walk back or fast travel to your ship. We have companions and crew you can take with you. I left Vasco here back at my ship.
J'espère là, je me dis, il y aura pas.
And he
Je
can
te regarder droit dans les yeux et te dire, il y aura pas.
Let's head out.
C'est un jeu solo Bethesda, point. Et de la coop, je pense qu'il aurait déjà annoncé.
To evoke the romance of the golden age of early spaceflight. And we've been referring to this approach as NASA Punk. This means a design language where the tech is advanced, yet still looks grounded and relatable.
For us, it's that contrast, that's where the visual interest is. Obviously the NASA, which is the rigid, hard, function over style.
J'ai presque la même.
And then Punk, which is all about style.
You can see that visual style coming through in your ship. Your ship is your home for you and your crew. And like many of the spaces in our game, it has a slightly retro and analog touch. A bit of lo-fi rather than sci-fi, where everything is well used, worn, and lived in.
Alrighty. What's the plan, Captain?
This is your star map. It starts with the planet you're currently on. You can see all of its info and resources. You can choose a landing spot or fast travel to known locations. Backing out further, you can view all the planets in the system. Obviously, the game is big, and it's here you can see planets that have key locations, missions, or life on them.
Il y a plusieurs systèmes solaires, c'est ça?
Barren, but resource heavy. Zoom out even further to see all the systems in this part of the galaxy.
Une dinguerie.
You can plot a course to ones that are light years away. This uses your ship's grav drive to full space and jump to these systems. And you will need to upgrade your ship and skills if you want to jump to the most distant ones.
Si aller plus loin, ton vaisseau il doit être amélioré.
Centauri system, where we can find the city of New Atlantis.
Moi ça tourne sur Xbox. Bah en vrai la console Xbox c'est la console la plus puissante. Pour le coup.
Welcome to UC Space. Maintain your current course while we scan your ship's cargo.
Je vais retourner ça sur mon PC tranquille mais...
As soon as you land in a city like New Atlantis, your eyes are guided upwards to just these boundless, vast buildings.
It's the biggest city we've ever made, not just in size, but also in the amount of custom art, crowds, and quests.
So the main focus when we're designing a city is obviously what supports the story. We try and tell as many small stories as possible.
This is a colony war memorial.
It's a few moments of gameplay that make the space feel like it's full of real characters that are going about their day-to-day lives.
It's paralyzing if you really stop and think about it.
Je te banne. T'es un ouf toi ou quoi? Tu dis des trucs comme as. Comment ça c'est toi la biggest? Un ouf.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about.
By the time you meet them, Constellation is sort of seen as this mythical group. Most people don't even know they exist anymore. They're the last true explorers in the galaxy, and they're trying to find
qui sont ces gens?
The answers to some of humanity's biggest questions.
De temps en temps dans le chat, il y en a qui arrivent, ils CTRL-C, CTRL-V, ils emote au hasard.
And I'm certain one of them reached out and spoke to you.
Qui sont ces gens?
The artifact. If you could place it on the table here.
Oh my god. Look at how it's coming together. That means there's a set built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
It's definitely an eclectic cast of characters.
Ah, ça en fait des messages.
The ex-soldier now Constellation's leader. Mateo, the theologian.
Wesh, 2 secondes, 2 secondes, 2 secondes, 2 secondes, 2 secondes, 2 secondes.
Noel, the gifted scientist in
2 secondes, 2 secondes, arrêtez le chat, arrêtez.
Walter, a very successful businessman in the settled systems and Constellation's financier.
Anything goes as long as you have the money.
There's also Vlad, the ex-pirate, Sam Coe, the former space cowboy, and Barrett.
You know what I hate about these pirates? Completely resistant to my otherwise irresistible charm.
The journey you take with Constellation is just the first of many you'll embark on. The Settled Systems is home to all kinds of different stories, people, and adventures for you to uncover.
Ouais. Je peux les tuer ou pas? Je peux les braconner, genre?
The United Colonies is where you'll find New Atlantis, the first major human settlement in space. The people who live here value law, discipline, and the legacy of humanity. They consider themselves the true children of Earth.
You ever think of joining up with the Vanguard? Help the United Colonies, even get your UC citizenship?
New Atlantis isn't the only city within the United Colonies. The city of Sidonia on Mars to this day serves as the largest mining facility for the United Colonies. Beyond the United Colonies' reach, you might find yourself in a much more wild and independent coalition of star systems. This is Freestar Collective Space. The capital of the Freestar Collective is Aquila City.
The Stone Root Inn is an Aquila City fixture.
C'est la ville des outlaws, c'est ça?
A ranger relies on judgment and intuition to do what's best for the people.
Neon started out as a
Ça, c'est chez moi, ça.
But is now known throughout the Settled Systems as a pleasure city where almost anything goes.
Je peux tout faire, tous les plaisirs.
Issues, this definitely isn't the job for you.
Ryujin is hiring the best and brightest of today for our future tomorrow.
Everyone has been chewed up and ground up by Neon. Try not to get yourself killed, all right?
Outside the bounds of civilized space, there are still plenty of unclaimed systems to explore, but these areas are also home to the most hostile factions in the galaxy.
The great serpent hungers. All heathens shall be made dust in time.
Le coup de fusil à pompe.
A new face. This is the face of a brave runner here to challenge the Red Mile.
They think the galaxy is theirs.
Il y en a des choses dans ce jeu, hein.
It belongs to the Crimson Fleet.
Des rises. Merci pour votre sub, les gars. Merci beaucoup.
In Starfield, we're pushing our cities and settlements further than we ever have before. It's all there, waiting for you. A slice of humanity's future.
So, ready to get out there?
Throughout the galaxy, there are so many things to see and stories to experience. But the most important story is the one that you tell. I'm the type of person who spends hours in character creation, and I think people are going to be really excited when they see all of the improvements we've made.
One of the biggest overhauls was done through our character generation system. We scanned a wide range of faces from different age groups and ethnicities. And by mixing and matching all that data, we were able to create highly detailed and diverse characters.
Je peux faire Ice Spice. Non mais jouer Madison Beer maintenant, j'ai plus envie de jouer Ice Spice. Mais Madison Beer, elle est juste... Ça, c'est une blanche brune, yeux clairs, tu vois, alors qu'Ice Spice, elle a un cara design spécial, tu vois ce que je veux dire ou pas?
Hey, come on, come on. Okay, take it easy. You were out cold. No physical damage. Mentally, the jury's still out. You know who you are? New recruit for Argos Extractors? Ring any bells? Any of this look familiar?
You start your character creation journey as though you're cycling
faire comme dans...
records. You'll pick from a lineup of 40 presets, and that'll be your starting point.
Comme dans NBA, tu scannes ton visage.
Your journey from there can be as detailed or as quick as you want it to be. This new system has more to offer than ever before.
Ouais, mais dès que c'est trop compliqué, ouais, voilà, c'est ce que j'allais dire. Dès que c'est trop compliqué, c'est trop dur de faire ce que tu veux, tu vois. Du coup, là, il te donne juste des presets et tu changes.
Character creation is more than just how you look. This is also where you start to decide who you want to be. That's where backgrounds come in. Backgrounds give you a bit of backstory and start you out
C'était un
with 3
combat
basic
médic,
skills.
un cyber-runner.
Chef to Dusty. You know, the crew still has a betting pool.
Attendez, j'ai regardé un peu, c'est quoi les skills.
This is also where you start to decide who you want to be. That's where backgrounds come in.
Ton background. Si t'étais un ancien explorer, essaye d'exploration les lost arms. Les lasers personnels des armes. Attends quoi? Starting skill. Personal laser weapons are in right plan. Les lasers que tu lances, ils sont plus larges. Ça, c'est t'augmentes ton vaisseau, je crois. T'augmentes d'une façon ou d'une autre, je sais pas. Surveilling. Tu peux scanner les trucs plus facilement. Persuasion. Faire du commerce. Ah, ça, c'est diplomate. Ok. T'as plus de santé, tu vis plus longtemps. Médecin, tu peux soigner. Cybernetiste. Sécurité. Truc de laser. Ça, c'est quoi? Médic de combat. Tu manies mieux les pistolets, tu peux te soigner. Gastronomie, ça, c'est tes chefs. Comment ça, gastronomie? Tu peux cook? Ok. Au couteau, t'es plus fort? Ok.
3 basic skills.
From chef to Dusty. You know, the crew still has a betting pool about which restaurant critic you must have crossed to wind up here.
What's great about backgrounds is you never know when yours is going to come in handy. You could be in the middle of a fancy restaurant talking to some guy, and suddenly you learn he needs a beast hunter to help track down a monster.
Fine. I probably
Moi, je vais être beast hunter, moi.
Given what happened the last time.
We're also giving you the
Moi, je vais être beast hunter, moi.
Even further by letting you pick up to 3 traits. Traits are completely optional,
Les traits.
and they come with their own advantages and disadvantages. You could choose some.
T'as des avantages et des désavantages. T'es un héros.
Is it really you?
He'll join your crew and he'll give you gifts if you're willing to put up with his constant commentary.
I can't believe I get to stand near you, breathing the same air. I've got to have every molecule.
My favorite trait is kid stuff. You have to pay some credits to support your parents, but they're very sweet and it's really fun to go visit them.
Honey, we got ourselves a visitor.
Oh my god.
I came across some hostile
T'as des
zealots
parents.
in space.
Ouais, mais c'est
Because
stylé
I'd
de
chosen
fou.
a trait that made me the same religion as them, I was able to get by without any issues.
There's another great
T'as la
one
même
that
religion,
gives
du
you
coup,
a
je peux rentrer
damage
plus
buff when
facilement
your
chez
health is
eux.
low, but mercenaries will randomly show up and try to kill you.
Et ça, si t'es recherché, les gens, ils viennent te chercher.
There will be plenty of ways for you.
C'est super, merci pour le sub.
And if you want to remove a trait, there are ways to do
Mais
that.
le jeu, il est incroyable, wesh. Non, il y a une couille dans le pâté.
Off we go to another adventure.
We'll let you discover that on your own.
Non, c'est une excuse, Block, j'ai un PC.
Once you've built the perfect character, that's when your journey can really begin. We took what we loved about skills and perks from our previous games and put them together to create an all-new skill system.
Skill system.
Each time you level up, you get a skill point, which can be used to unlock or rank up skills.
Physique, social, combat,
Ranks are unlocked by
science,
completing
tech.
challenges associated with that skill. Challenges become increasingly difficult as you work your way to higher ranks. With our 5 different skill trees and 4 ranks per skill, there's a lot to choose from.
I like the xenosociology skill because it lets you mind control aliens.
Tu peux... Comment ça, mind control les...
Boost pack out of the gate. I'm boost packing everywhere.
Jetpack, ça c'est ce qu'il me faut, ça. Ça c'est ce qu'il me faut, ça.
Maxing out my physical tree so I can get neuro strikes and just punch my way through combat. That one's a lot of fun.
Invest in the skills that suit your playstyle.
I'm very much a stealth player. So, I'm out there pickpocketing everyone.
Ça c'est chiant ça. Stealth.
Ah. About being stealthy is slowly creeping through vents like you're in a movie and then jumping out and springing on people.
Whenever possible, I like to talk my way through situations.
This area's off limits. Fine, I'll issue you an access card.
I'm more of a run and gun player. I like doing the death from above thing where I boost pack over guys and I throw landmines.
Qu'est-ce qui se passe ici? En fait, je crois que je comprends. Il doit y avoir genre des serveurs Discord, Kick en trade. Et là, ils sont en vocal, ils sont là. Et il y a lui, il est sur Kick maintenant. Venez, on va voir. Ils arrivent tous sur le chat en même temps. C'est ça à peu près, non?
Exploration is a key aspect of all our games. In Starfield, there are full star systems with new life, resources, and adventures. Our team worked hard to strike a balance between fun and realism. We studied data from NASA and a multitude of other sources to help us make the world feel believable.
D'ailleurs, le badge de sub, j'ai mis le badge 12 mois en premier mois ici. Voilà. On voit le mot en trade. Ils font ce qu'ils veulent, moi je trouve ça drôle.
When you leave a planet and head into space, you'll be navigating asteroid fields, having chance meetings with interesting strangers, dogfighting in space, and exploring derelict ships.
Stylé.
It's all out there. Ultimately, it's about rewarding your curiosity. Because whether it's
on Star Citizen, bah ce jeu-là, il va vraiment sortir pour le coup, contrairement à l'autre.
You never know what you'll find.
Space exploration is possible thanks to your ship. Your ship is
almost
like having another
vaisseaux, c'est sûr,
character
ouais, bah,
or home you can make all your own.
Tu peux tout changer dans le vaisseau. J'ai pas envie de... Oh, c'est stylé. Je peux le faire construire, custom. Mais wesh! Tu fais ton crew aussi, ton équipage. Moi, je veux soit... Oh là là, je vais être un mercenaire de l'espace, je vais voler les vaisseaux des gens et je vais venir les revendre. C'est ça que je vais faire. Mais je veux un vaisseau soit gigantesque, il n'y a pas plus gros, soit un tout petit vaisseau, genre. Pas entre deux.
You can customize and upgrade everything you see here. And you have two ways to do that. You can quickly upgrade individual systems like your weapons or shields, or you can deep dive and enter the shipbuilder mode. Here you can change anything, from the systems to the look and layout. Adding a new habitat module can give you more room for crew.
Ah. Si tu rajoutes des trucs d'habitat, tu as plus de place pour ton équipage, tu peux ramener d'autres gens.
You can even fully customize your paint job to get the exact look you want.
Tout noir, moi, on va pas me voir arriver dans l'espace.
Don't just affect your ship's stats. They'll also affect what you can do inside your ship. You can have modules for crafting.
Des trucs de craft.
Or for storing and displaying.
On va avoir des armes. Mais wesh!
In-game ship manufacturers bring their own look and feel to every piece of your ship. From living quarters to cargo holds.
Lui, c'est en 2020. Il sort là, en septembre. Salut, salut! Je vous promets de live en live pour soutenir les streamers dans leur parcours vers l'affiliation. Si tu peux me suivre en retour pour créer une communauté solide, ça me ferait vraiment plaisir. Allez. Vraiment, c'est la pire façon pour avoir une communauté solide pour le coup. On a demandé aux gens de venir.
I make them look like animals.
Comment ça?
HMS Platypus.
Un animal, c'est un platypus son vaisseau, mais vas-y toi.
Where it had like a giant tail to it. And we've done.
C'est quoi ce vaisseau de Golemon?
We've done mechs. So it's really whatever your.
C'est le vaisseau de Rick and Morty? L'épisode là où ils sont en mode Star Wars. En mode Power Rangers. Pas Star Wars, Power Rangers.
Ready to lift off when you are, Captain.
Engines ready.
The Frontier is fueled and ready, Captain.
Some of the members of Constellation can join you on your journey. These companions can serve on your crew, and they'll always be there when you travel.
We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact
Déjà
or
les
this
vaisseaux
lead
beat.
runs dry.
Star Citizen fini, mais 20-0 à ce jeu. Star Citizens est fini dans la même phrase. Oui, il va pas sortir, frère. Tu peux espérer encore, hein. C'est comme le gars qui avait tweet, ouais, dès qu'on gagnera la LDC avec Paris, on sera plus content que les gens de Manchester City, là, c'est nul. Ça va pas arriver.
You'll also meet potential crew members out in the
Ça va pas arriver, lâche ça.
Still think there might be a spot for me on your ship? I gotta get off this rock.
Assign crew to your ship or outposts, and their unique skills will affect how they run.
Tu peux mettre des bases à certains endroits.
Just like companions, most crew members can lend a hand in the field. Take Bosco, for instance.
He's designed around the core basics of a NASA machine.
Please avoid getting shot. You might die.
I still wanted to give it almost a humanoid personality, so I elongated the limbs. This tends to make it
va jamais sortir. Il sort dans 3-4 mois, 3 mois.
It is a shame. Exploration requires so much bloodshed.
Using the shipbuilding tools and crew selection features in Starfield, you'll be able to build and captain the ship of your dreams. And now, let's take to the sky.
Ah, le mode en ligne, il n'y a pas de mode en ligne, c'est un jeu solo.
We're putting you in the cockpit of your very own spaceship and telling you that you can do pretty much anything. And that is really cool for us as developers. Spaceflight should be exciting and dangerous, and you should feel like you're in complete control every step of the way. We've extended that sense of control to ship combat. It's not about just hitting your triggers to fire your weapons.
Incroyable.
It's a complex dance between your piloting skills and our power allocation system. Boosting power to your engines will make your ship faster.
Tu peux gérer tes ressources, gérer ta batterie, mais voir où tu mets le plus d'énergie. Tu mets dans les réacteurs pour aller plus vite, dans les armes pour défoncer plus.
And moving your power to your weapons and shields means you're ready for a fight. You should always be on your toes because you're not alone out there.
Cette année, il y a ça, il y a Tears of the Kingdom et Spider-Man qui sortent.
Unlocking the targeting control system skill will allow you to zero in on specific subsystems of the ship you target. After destroying an enemy ship, you can loot the remains from your cockpit. You can always turn any ship that engages you into scrap.
Tu peux pas genre les capturer les vaisseaux?
But you can also take a more personal approach by docking with the enemy vessel and boarding their ship.
Voilà, c'est de ça dont je parle. C'est de ça dont je parle. Je veux aucun cailleur revendre ça.
It's yours. Add it to your fleet and retrieve it at any spaceport.
But space is way more than fighting for your life. Just like when you're planetside, there are plenty of sights to see and stops to make on the way to your next adventure. Like these massive star yards.
Un truc qui dit ici qui ne sont pas dans le jeu. Mais
talk to the crew. Maybe get talked into buying a whole new ship.
C'est pas comme s'il faisait des promesses sur un truc ou quoi, il va avoir ça dans le jeu. Il y a du gameplay. On le voit, et le jeu il sort dans 3 mois. Vous êtes sous copium, on dirait. C'est quoi qu'est-ce qui se passe ici?
Or rub elbows with the galaxy's wealthy elite on a cruise ship fit for the stars.
Tellement du gameplay, on le voit, on l'a sous les yeux.
There are plenty of personal encounters to be had as well. You can hail any ship you come across to trade, swap info, or maybe even commit an act.
Je peux reporter à sortir ou l'annuler. Ouais. C'est ça qu'ils font cette présentation là, 3 mois avant la sortie, parce qu'ils comptent le reporter.
I want to
take
over ships. I'm going to board ships. I'm like, this is now mine. I steal all the sandwiches and put them, you know, in my cargo hold that I have specifically for sandwiches. I don't want to play the hero, but I want to go out and just start taking things from people as quickly as possible.
Huh?
Some strangers might be looking for a little human connection in the darkness of space.
Racontez, elle.
Hello, stranger. I just finished cooking up some food. If you want to come on over, just pop on by.
Comment ça, grande main?
Moments are the ones you discover on your own. The thing I love most about Starfield is that it is a Bethesda game through and through. It's really about going to strange new places, meeting interesting people, and getting sidetracked on zany adventures. Then, realizing 2 hours later that you're involved in a completely new story.
You're human. We thought we were the only ones to leave Earth.
That DNA is so present here. It's in our random encounters, it's in our handcrafted quests, and it feels so cool to play it and just make your own path in this universe. There are over 1,000 planets out there, just waiting for you to visit.
Du coup, c'est pas de la génération procédurale, c'est des trucs qui sont déjà prêts, quoi.
Breaking ground on new planets, exploring every inch of a mostly untouched galaxy. We want you to feel hopeful. We want you to feel this sense of awe and wonder. And sometimes
un GTA dans l'espace. Quel rapport avec GTA là?
We're giving you a massive playground and a ton of toys and just setting you free.
Le trailer il est long. On dirait que c'est pas un trailer du coup.
Hey everybody, we've shown you so much stuff, but we thought we'd just take a little break and show you something a little bit different. You know, we put so much detail into our game worlds, and we love the opportunity to bring that into the real world with our collector's editions. And for this game, we've done a watch. It is the Constellation Explorer's Watch.
Elle est stylée, la
this is
montre.
the watch that you actually get in the game that
Tu
actually
l'as dans le jeu aussi?
where it's the compass and then environmental information. It connects to your phone to give you notifications and other information, and we've also designed this really cool case that it comes with, Istvan.
Yeah, we really took as much care and designed this case as we did the watch. Our attention to detail in the game totally translates to this. Inspired by the cases that the astronauts used during the Apollo era to bring back samples from the moon. It's got an intricate locking mechanism, authentic, heavy, comes with a Constellation patch, NATO strap, and the overall functionality and believability of this as something that would exist in the world, in the Starfield universe.
Oh, and hey, take this. You'll find it very useful out there, and it even tells the time.
We actually have something else. Now that we're part of Xbox, we get to work with the amazing people on the Xbox hardware team, and together we have created this custom limited edition Starfield controller. It's awesome. It is now, you know, our favorite controller.
We love this because it's inspired by the actual controls of your spaceship. And not only that, we've created the first ever custom headset with Xbox. And this is a perfect pairing with that controller.
Et c'est de bâtard! Les messages d'entraide me fument. Sûrement l'un des jeux de l'année. Ouais, c'est l'un des jeux de l'année, ouais. C'est vrai que c'est un des jeux de l'année.
Bethesda Game Studios world. It's a Bethesda Game Studios galaxy. So why go this big with Starfield? Because we want to give you freedom on a galactic level. The freedom to experience both the exciting planets and the quiet ones. Scanning a planet before you land is a great way to get a sneak peek at the available resources you can use for crafting, building, and customizing.
Le jour où il y aura ce genre de jeu-là en MMO, ce serait une dinguerie. Imaginez, il y en a, ils aient l'idée de faire ça. Et de vraiment sortir le jeu. Ah, de la folie, hein.
After that, we have the system that adds interesting locations for the player to explore, creatures to encounter, ore and plants to pick up. It allows us to add that touch of environmental storytelling that Bethesda is known for.
Aggressive creatures have been disrupting our experiments. Their habitat isn't far from here. If you could take care of them for us, we would be in your debt.
So even if your friends were to visit the same planet that you had, you would have a different story to tell.
Il a explosé le gars là? Ah, je crois qu'il a pété son truc d'oxygène derrière là. J'espère que la visée, le tir, tout ça, c'est bien opti. Je me rappelle quand j'avais joué à Cyberpunk 2077, c'était un peu... Ah. J'aimais pas trop.
Or simply take in the views. With the help of your scanner, you'll chart the uncharted and discover exotic wildlife.
If you have the skills, you can even figure out that certain creatures and plants, you can build an outpost and produce resources from those plants and animals. You can get experience and rewards for fully surveying planets and fully surveying a whole system.
When we were concepting these creatures, we really wanted to think of them as natural to the environment. We didn't want alien monsters, we wanted native wildlife. Something you've never seen before.
Hey, la sauterelle comme dans Baki.
When it comes to our exteriors, when the sun moves, all that light is calculated in real time through the atmosphere. Our biggest goal for lighting with Starfield was to make the game feel more filmic, to use lighting and color to really make it feel more cinematic.
Je vais le faire en stream, ouais. Bien évidemment.
After some exploring, you can find a spot to set up a base camp.
Tu peux faire une base. Tu te craftes tout, bien évidemment, tu craftes tout.
Anywhere on any planet.
Partout.
And the habitat modules come in all shapes and sizes, filling all different purposes. You can even live in them. Assign crew and companions to work at your outposts for added bonuses and set up extractors to harvest resources while you're away.
Oh, le capitalisme.
Something cool we have this time is we have a new fly cam where you can toggle between on-foot building, or you can now use a top-down isometric camera, which helps plan out larger parts of the outpost and placing those larger halves. So that way you can really plan your structures and what the overall feel of your outpost is And then when you're on your feet, you can really decorate and fine-tune things much easier.
Comment ça?
Add crafting and research stations in your outpost to utilize any resources you find.
Ouais, les heures que je vais passer sur ce jeu. T'as ni l'argent, ni le PC pour le jeu, lâche ça. Ah ouais, c'est vrai que tu me connais dans la vraie vie. Vous essayez de mentir. Vous mentir ici pour rien.
All you stealth players out there will surely need a suppressor.
Bonjour, je rends instant. N'hésitez pas à faire de même, cœur. Mettre un message dans mon chat, sinon je peux pas rendre. Ah ouais.
I think it's always a delicate balance between like what's realistic, what's sim, and what's Hollywood. And I think we sort of err on the side of like what's fun for the player.
With Starfield, we've completely overhauled our combat. It's more dynamic.
Ah, il a glacé là?
It just feels great.
Il a une mitrailleuse.
Mods and more weapons in this game than I want to say any other game we've done before. There's a lot of variety.
Upgraded gear is just one of the many factors to pay attention to when engaging in combat. You may need to switch things up based on your environment. Gravity is different for each planet, and boost packs are excellent for getting around. And for giving you an edge in combat. Sometimes you'll even feel like you're flying.
Écoute-moi bien, espèce de titanesque fils de pute. Jusqu'à présent, j'étais gentil avec toi. Je rigolais et t'essayais. Mais trouve que tu commences à être un peu... à prendre un peu la confiance avec moi. Ça sourasse. Alors j'explique. Ça, je t'excuse. Et tu m'implores textuellement. Soit quoi, il manque le reste de ton message, mon gars.
Energy weapons, on the other hand, offer a more stable shooting experience.
Tout ça, qu'est-ce qu'il t'a dit?
These are high-powered electromagnetic induction ballistic arrays.
T'as des armes électriques.
And can dish out some serious damage.
Ah, et tu tires des... Incroyable!
Whether you want to get up close and personal with your own two fists, or you like more compact weapons like pistols and submachine guns, or maybe you prefer something bigger.
Je veux...
Starfield's got you covered.
Je veux rentrer dans un vaisseau avec une mitrailleuse et rafaler tout le monde. Qu'est-ce qu'il a mis comme message? Ouah, la commu kick. C'est tout? Attends, il a dit quoi avant? C'était il y a 2 heures avant. C'est juste pour le ouah, la commu kick. Attends, il a une épée. Mais vas-y, toi, il y a des armes qui tirent des lasers, tout ça, tu te balades avec une épée. Saladrill. La fin de la présentation. Non, ils m'ont hype de fou. Ils m'ont hype de fou. Hein?
Thanks again for being with us today. We are just so grateful
La
that you've
force.
taken the time and spent it here. I know there was probably a lot to take in. There's a lot to the game, even more than we could show here. You know, as we
Je pense que ça va être comme dans... Comme dans Skyrim, genre, les cris.
When I think about what makes it special, it really is the
Genre à un moment tu vas débloquer un cri spécial, enfin un cri spécial, une habilité spéciale qui va te permettre de faire ça.
All of them putting something special of themselves into it. So let's hear some of their favorite moments.
I love the way
that our final combination of all the new tech has come together to create some of the most
Je me rappelle plus, dans Skyrim, c'était comment? Pour débloquer le Fusroda, je crois qu'il fallait monter une montagne de glace, et tu battais un dragon qui avait au-dessus, après t'avais ton Fusroda, c'était ça, non? Au début t'avais Fus, après t'avais Ro, après t'avais Da. Donc c'était ça. Hein.
I'm most excited about our outpost building systems.
My favorite part is every time you step out on a planet, it's a unique experience.
You spend all this time building your ship, and you see it on the landing pad. These things are gigantic. It's the kind of thing that you just can't get anywhere else.
Je veux encore plus gros que ça, moi.
Seeing a tower over in the distance and going, I know the gravity's low here. I think I can make that jump.
My favorite part is biomes, spaceships, audio design, planets, the day-night cycle.
Those details matter to me.
Diplomacy, exploration, freedom, the ending. Beskip, obviously.
I love the robot so much.
The incredible amount of worlds we created.
Sniper rifles, come on.
Lever action, rocket launcher,
brain sprout.
C'est quoi cette merde?
But some people might find creepy. I don't know. Oh, that's right, Ben. The thing that I enjoy most about the game is the freedom to be who you want to be, do what you want to do. It's what you've come to expect from a Bethesda title, but on a much bigger scale.
On behalf of all of us, we can't wait for you to play Starfield and make your own special moments.
Non, ce jeu va sortir avec des DLC. Non, Bethesda, ils font pas ça. Par contre, on va sûrement avoir beaucoup de bugs. Genre beaucoup. Le 6 septembre. On est d'accord, je vais pouvoir y jouer sur PC. Dans une édition Constellation. T'as Early Access de 5 jours. J'aime trop faire ça maintenant. Il y a des gens qui vont payer, moi. Ils vont payer pour l'avoir en avance. C'est une dinguerie, frère. C'est une dinguerie, frère. Ah si, il y a une expansion. First Story expansion, Shatter Space. Ah si. Il y a un DLC du coup. Un DLC d'histoire. T'as la montre. Le pack et tout. Ouais, ça a coûté combien tout ça? 500 balles je pense, hein, le pack. Bla 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 bla. On résume la conférence. Non, franchement, ils m'ont bien hype avec le Starfield. Hein. Ils m'ont bien hype. C'est fallait ma quand même. Au début, j'ai pensé un peu de temps en temps, je dis, ah ouais, pourquoi pas. Dingue, déjà ils sont là. Hein, cette année, il n'y a pas trop de jeux vidéo en fait. Plutôt mid cette année niveau jeux vidéo. Il y a juste Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, Final Fantasy XVI, 7 Rebirth, juste Spider-Man 2, Starfield. Hein. Et encore. Que ça. Hein, plutôt mid. Oui, il n'y a pas eu d'annonce. Il n'y a pas eu d'annonce de Dragon Ball. Kaini, point d'interrogation. Vous vous rappelez ce qui se passe à chaque fois que je fais un live et que les gens dans le chat ils sont là, Kaini, point d'interrogation, alors que je viens de me poser tranquille. Vous vous rappelez ce qui se passe à chaque fois ou pas? C'est tout le temps la même chose. Pour le coup, c'est vraiment tout le temps la même chose pour le coup.